Back to Stewart. Lets the three fly. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Clark, the pass to Reed. Stolen by Thompson. And it's Schroeder in the corner. No good on the triple. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's Alexander Walker, and the shot goes in.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Schroeder. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. All alone. Here's
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
That's good from Durham. And Randall has got the ball here for Minnesota. They lead by 4. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You gotta trust in the system.
Let's it go from 14. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The Timberwolves on top. They're up by 2. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Minnesota in the lead, and so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather, and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards has checked in. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Show you the teams that have shot the lights out during the last month. In the third spot, the Pistons.
It's been a long month for anybody who plays these guys. I mean, they've been shooting the lights out, and it's been game after game after game.
We've got Jaden McDaniels. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Naz Reid, and it's Clark in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
And here's Edwards after the three-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. Reed kicks to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Beasley with the rebound. The Pistons trailing. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Here is Edwards, following the bucket by the Pistons. Edwards drawing the double team. Will it go? The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Mike Conley.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Reedy's checked in for Holland, and it's Fontecchio in for Thompson. Stewart misses. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. It's Schroeder with the drive. Detroit, no good that time either. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Edwards. Strong move inside by Edwards. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Edwards getting the close range, too. Fontecchio with it. Nothing on the board. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for McDaniel. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Alexander Walker. And Dillingham subbed in for Clark. Harris is checked in for Detroit. Cunningham comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Harris's shot is good.
And Harris can certainly knock this down, which is why you got to guard him tighter than that.
Here's Dillingham. Covered by Cunningham. Pulls from the top of the key. They get the rebound. Pass to Dillingham. Over in the corner, Edwards. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Only 5 games left in the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is going to stack up out east. You take a look at the Pistons. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that.
And right now for the Pistons, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes to the middle.
And Duran slams it in.
Boy, a good passer at his position. Harris knows when to look for his teammates.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, big man Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his 2nd season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Now, here's Cunningham. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Now, here's Edwards. He's got 26. Good! Edwards mixing it up inside.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
Here's Cunningham. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pistons lead by 2.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He was just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Mike Conley in for Dillingham. And Detroit with a change here, too. Thompson, he's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. Now here's Conley. He has yet to score. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Rebound, Detroit. Duran's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Hardaway. Fires from deep. A second chance effort. Duran, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Conley. Over Cunningham. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Conley's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. Here's Cunningham. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Cunningham's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter.
These are return takers from the court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum roll, please.
You look at the Pistons, they're in good position. Definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seeding, getting to that first half of action from Minnesota, they find themselves in the middle of a tight one.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who are brought up playing the game this way.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the floor for Detroit, Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Cade Cunningham out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Duran in at the foul. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Duran. The Timberwolves' shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Thompson outside from downtown. Mike Conley grabs the miss. Minnesota in the lead. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Now, here's Cunningham. He has 6. And Cunningham with the slam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others. This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Here's Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. That's good from Edwards on the assist from Conley. That's 36 points for Anthony Edwards. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Fires, high post, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. It's the outside fadeaway. Edwards got 38 points.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. Now, I know that's three, but I wanted to give you three different words I could use to describe it. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Tell you what, fellas, like seeing Harris be engaged from there. I mean, refusing to settle for the simple layup. Nice finish.
Edwards looking it over. Edwards with a tough shot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
You know, he's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it.
Oh, here's Edwards. He has 4. Count that one.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Trying to get open is Randall. And again, it's Anthony Edwards. Edwards got 44.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Cunningham against Conley. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pistons trail by 8. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Here's Duran. And Duran slams it in.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart's checked in for Tobias Harris. Holland comes in for Thompson. Beasley's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Timberwolves leading by 8. Pass to Clark. Now Alexander Walker. And count it from 19 feet away. Alexander Walker's got his second basket. And Beasley has the ball here for the Pistons. Stewart with it. Into the lane. And the dunk by Stewart.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Great open look there. Beasley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And how about the response from Randall? He just enjoys knocking down that triple to answer right back.
Pass to Duran, and Duran slams it in.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Duran, and Duran slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hand.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Dillingham, Naz Reid out there with Miller. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Alexander Walker in at the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
It's been like this all night for both teams, the offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Beasley, the pass to Schroeder. Stewart kicks it over to Schroeder. The Pistons working the ball around now. And that one is good by Beasley.
Beasley just outworked the defense there. I mean, was able to get into his shot and get it done inside.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Your Timberwolves dancing.
Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
Thank you, David. Schroeder against Edwards. There's the triple. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Schroeder.
This is their plan in the second half. I mean, try to use the three-point shot.
Whoa, a little extra right there from Edwards.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
Fontecchio off the mark there with the three-point shot. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Edwards. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Schroeder, right side. Floats one up. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
So crafty and clever at finishing inside. Schroeder doesn't lack confidence trying to get it up and down from this area.
And again, it's Anthony Edwards. Edwards got 54 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. So Detroit ends up going with the new group.
1
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. DiVincenzo against Hardaway. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Detroit, no good that time either. Minnesota leading by 11. Here's Edwards. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Miller. Daniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Cunningham's shot is off. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. He goes up again. Hits it again. Wow! He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Cunningham inside. For by Conley. Cunningham's shot is off. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul. Timberwolves leading by 13. Here's Edwards. And yep, another basket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Pass to Duren. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, throughout this game, they've been lighting it up from mid-range. I love seeing that. They've made that the focus of their offense, and it's really paid off.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
That one is off. Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there have been a lot over the years.
Cunningham for three. Buries the long-range jumper.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Edwards. Pass to Randall. Bounce pass Conley. Timberwolves passing it around. And stolen by Harris. Thompson outside. Cunningham passes to Duren. For three, Harris. And Duren slams it in.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punch it home like that.
Edwards drawing the double team. Yet another bucket.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. And Duren slams it in.
And really with a pass-first mentality, Cunningham, the type of player that you like.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk